First contact. The vast emptiness of space stretched out before the Starship Horizon, Earth's most advanced exploration vessel. Captain Sarah Martinez stood on the bridge, her dark eyes scanning the unfamiliar star system. This was humanity's first venture beyond their solar system, a mission that had captured the imagination of billions back home. Captain, we're picking up an anomalous reading from the third planet, Lieutenant Raj Patel reported, his fingers dancing across the holographic display. Sarah leaned forward, her interest piqued. What kind of anomaly, Lieutenant? It appears to be a crash site. Definitely not natural. And there's a faint energy signature. The bridge fell silent. Everyone knew what this could mean. First contact. Plot a course, Sarah ordered, her voice steady despite the excitement bubbling in her chest. And alert Dr. Chen. We might need his expertise. As the horizon descended through the alien atmosphere, the crash site came into view. The vessel was unlike anything they had ever seen, sleek, almost organic in its design, with a silvery sheen that seemed to ripple in the planet's dim light. Dr. Alex Chen stood beside Sarah, his medical kit clutched tightly. At 35, he was the youngest chief medical officer ever assigned to an exploration mission. His groundbreaking work in xenobiology had earned him this position, but nothing could have prepared him for this moment. My God, he whispered, taking in the sight of the crashed ship. It's beautiful. The horizon touched down a safe distance from the wreckage. Sarah turned to her team. Dr. Chen, you're with me. Lieutenant Patel, Sergeant Willis, you too. The rest of you, stay alert. We don't know what we're walking into. As they approached the alien vessel, Alex's heart raced. Years of training and speculation were about to be put to the test. The ship's hull was breached, allowing them to enter without difficulty. Inside, the air was thick with an acrid smell. Emergency lights pulsed weakly, casting eerie shadows. And then they heard it, a soft, pained moan. This way, Alex said, following the sound. They rounded a corner and froze. There, amidst the wreckage, lay a being that was undeniably alien. Its skin shimmered with a soft, bioluminescent glow, pulsing weakly. Large, almond-shaped eyes blinked up at them, filled with a mixture of pain and terror. Alex approached slowly, his hands raised in what he hoped was a universal gesture of peace. It's okay, he said softly. We're here to help. The alien's eyes widened, focusing on Alex. Alex realized, tried to move away, a sound like crystalline wind chimes emanating from her throat. She's injured, Alex reported, his medical training kicking in. We need to get her back to the horizon. As they moved to help her, the alien's fear seemed to spike. She thrashed weakly, those haunting eyes never leaving Alex. Doctor, Sarah said quietly, I think she expects us to harm her. The realization hit Alex like a punch to the gut. What kind of experiences had this being had to assume violence from those offering aid? He knelt beside her, meeting her gaze. We won't hurt you, he said, pouring every ounce of sincerity into his words. You're safe now. Whether it was his tone or something in his eyes, the alien seemed to relax slightly. She allowed them to carefully move her onto a stretcher, but her gaze remained fixed on Alex the entire time. Back on the horizon, Alex worked tirelessly to treat the alien's injuries. Her physiology was fascinatingly different from anything he had studied, yet there were also surprising similarities. As he worked, he spoke softly, explaining each procedure even though he knew she couldn't understand. Hours passed, and finally, Alex stepped back, exhausted but satisfied. The alien's wounds were healing, her bioluminescence growing stronger. How is she? Sarah asked, entering the med bay. Stable, Alex replied. Her healing capabilities are remarkable. But Sarah, the injuries, some of them weren't from the crash. Sarah's expression darkened. You mean? Alex nodded grimly. Someone hurt her, deliberately. As if sensing they were talking about her, the alien stirred. Her eyes opened, immediately seeking out Alex. She made a soft trilling sound, reaching out a hand with long, delicate fingers. Without thinking, Alex took her hand. A jolt of something, not quite electricity, but a tangible energy, passed between them. The alien's eyes widened in surprise, then softened with what Alex could only describe as wonder. "Hello," he said softly. "I'm Alex. You're safe here." The alien tilted her head, studying him intently. Then, to everyone's shock, she spoke. Her voice was melodic, the words unlike any language they had ever heard. But the intention was clear. She was trying to communicate. Over the next few days, Alex spent every waking moment with the alien, whom they had started calling Zara, a name she seemed to accept with a melodious trill. Using a combination of gestures, drawings, and the universal translator they had brought along, they began to bridge the language gap. Zara, they learned, was a scientist from a world called Lumina. Her people, the Luminarians, were a peaceful race dedicated to exploration and understanding. But recently, they'd encountered another species, warlike beings called the Vokthu, who saw the Luminarians' technology as a weapon to be exploited. "Zara, escape," she said haltingly, using the broken English she was quickly picking up. "Vokthu follow. Crash here." Alex felt a surge of protectiveness. "The Vokthu did this to you?" he asked, gesturing to her healing injuries. Zara nodded, her luminescence dimming slightly. "Vokthu cruel. Think only of conquest." The implications were staggering. Not only had they made first contact, but they had stumbled into an interstellar conflict. Zara spent long hours in communication with Earth, trying to decide their next move. As for Alex, he found himself drawn more and more to Zara. Her quick intelligence, her curiosity about humans, her gentle nature, all of it fascinated him. He taught her about Earth, about human culture and history. In return, she shared insights about her own world, her eyes lighting up, quite literally, as she described the bioluminescent cities of Lumina. But there were still moments of tension and misunderstanding. Zara flinched at loud noises, her fear of humans not entirely gone. And some of the crew, despite their training, found it hard to see past her alien appearance. One evening, as Alex was checking Zara's vitals, an alarm blared through the ship. Zara immediately curled in on herself, her skin pulsing with panicked light. "It's okay," Alex soothed, instinctively reaching out to comfort her. "It's just a drill. We're safe." Zara's eyes met his, filled with a vulnerability that made his heart ache. "Alex, protect?" she asked softly. "Yes," he replied without hesitation. "I'll protect you, Zara, I promise." As he said those words, Alex knew he meant them with every fiber of his being. Whatever came next, whether it was cultural misunderstandings, the threat of the Vokthu, or the vast unknowns of the universe, he would stand by Zara's side. Little did he know, that promise would soon be put to the test in ways he could never have imagined. Cosmic convergence. As the starship Horizon drifted through the inky void of space, Earth's first interstellar explorers found themselves thrust into a galactic drama beyond their wildest imaginations. Dr. Alex Chen stood at the viewport, his reflection ghostly against the backdrop of unfamiliar stars. Beside him, Zara's bioluminescent skin pulsed gently, casting a soft, ethereal glow. "Your world," Zara said, her melodic voice tinged with wonder as she gestured towards a faint blue dot barely visible in the distance. So small, yet so significant. Alex nodded, a wistful smile playing on his lips. "We've come a long way from thinking we were alone in the universe." Their moment of quiet contemplation was shattered by the ship-wide alarm. Captain Sara Martinez's voice crackled over the intercom, tension evident in her usually steady tone. "All hands to battle stations. Unknown vessels approaching at high velocity." Alex's heart raced as he led Zara to the med bay. The ship shuddered, rocked by weapons fire. Through the chaos, a chilling realization dawned. The Vokthu had found them. As the Horizon engaged in its first interstellar battle, Alex worked feverishly to treat the wounded. Zara assisted, her natural bioluminescence providing crucial light when the ship's power fluctuated. Her hands, so different yet so gentle, moved with surprising dexterity as she applied bandages and administered medication under Alex's guidance. "Why they attack?" Zara asked, her luminescence dimming with distress. "Humans no threat to Vokthu." Alex grimaced as he stabilized a crew member with a nasty plasma burn. Sometimes, Zara, the mere existence of something different is threat enough for some. The battle raged for hours, Earth's most advanced ship pushed to its limits against the superior Vokthu technology. Just when all seemed lost, Zara's eyes widened with an idea. "Alex, Luminarian science, maybe help." She quickly explained a concept that made Alex's scientific mind reel, a way to use the Horizon's engines to create a localized fold in space-time. It was theoretical, dangerous, and their only hope. With Captain Martinez's desperate approval, Alex and Zara raced to engineering. As Vokthu weapons fire rocked the ship, they worked in perfect sync, human ingenuity melding with Luminarian knowledge. Engineers watched in awe as the unlikely pair's fingers flew across control panels, rewriting the laws of physics in real time. "Now, Alex," Zara cried as the ship's systems reached critical levels. Alex slammed his hand down on the activation switch. For a heart-stopping moment, nothing happened. Then, reality itself seemed to hiccup. The viewport showed a dizzying kaleidoscope of stars, space twisting around them like a cosmic pretzel. When the universe settled, the Vokthu ships were gone. In their place loomed a massive space station, its architecture a breathtaking blend of organic curves and crystalline structures. "The Nexus," Zara breathed, her skin pulsing with excitement. "Heart of Luminarian resistance." As the battered Horizon docked with the Nexus, Alex felt a profound sense of crossing a threshold. Humanity's first steps into a larger galaxy had been baptized by fire, but they had emerged stronger, with an incredible ally by their side. The Nexus was a marvel, a harmonious blend of nature and technology. Bioluminescent plants lined corridors that seemed to shift and breathe. Aliens of various species moved about with purpose, eyeing the human newcomers with a mixture of curiosity and wariness. Lysandra, the Luminarian leader, greeted them with graceful movements that seemed almost choreographed. Her skin shimmered with complex patterns, a language of light that Zara translated for the humans. "Welcome, children of Earth," Lysandra's melodious voice rang out. "Long have we watched your world, hoping you would join us among the stars. Though we regret the circumstances, we are honored by your presence." Captain Martinez stepped forward, her posture proud despite the ordeal they'd just endured. "We come in peace and friendship," she said, the weight of representing all of humanity evident in her voice. "And we stand ready to assist in your fight against the Vokthu." Lysandra's bioluminescence pulsed with what Zara translated as approval and hope. "Then let us show you wonders beyond imagining and forge an alliance that will echo across the cosmos." As the human crew marveled at the Nexus's technological marvels, Alex found himself drawn to the station's heart, a vast chamber housing the cosmic confluence. It was a swirling vortex of energy and information, the combined knowledge of countless civilizations. "Is it some kind of supercomputer?" Alex asked, his scientific curiosity piqued. Zara's laugh tinkled like wind chimes. "So much more, Alex. It is life, memory, the very essence of creation itself." Before Alex could process the implications, alarms blared throughout the station. The Vokthu had tracked them, amassing a fleet that darkened the stars themselves. In the chaos that followed, a plan emerged. The cosmic confluence held the key to defeating the Vokthu, a way to disrupt their hive mind technology. But interfacing with it was dangerous, potentially fatal to most species. "I will do it," Zara declared, her luminescence pulsing with determination. "No," Alex protested, grabbing her hand. The energy that always sparked between them surged, and suddenly, he understood. "We'll do it together." As the Vokthu fleet closed in, Alex and Zara approached the confluence. Their fingers intertwined, human and luminarian, they stepped into the swirling vortex of cosmic knowledge. Pain beyond imagining tore through them, threatening to unmake their very beings. But through it all, they clung to each other, their unique bond forming a bridge between two worlds. In that moment of transcendent union, they saw everything. The birth of stars, the dance of galaxies, the intricate web of life connecting all things. They saw the Vokthu not as monsters, but as wounded children of the cosmos, lashing out in fear and pain. With that understanding came power. Alex and Zara reached out, not with weapons, but with empathy. The Vokthu fleet faltered, their hive mind overwhelmed by an emotion they had long forgotten: compassion. When Alex and Zara emerged from the confluence, they were forever changed. Their eyes held the wisdom of eons, their bodies hummed with residual cosmic energy, and between them pulsed a connection deeper than any words could express. As the Vokthu retreated, their warlike nature shaken to its core, cheers erupted throughout the nexus. Humans and aliens alike celebrated not just victory, but the dawn of a new era of galactic cooperation. Lysandra approached Alex and Zara, her bioluminescence a symphony of awe and gratitude. "You have done the impossible," she said. "You have shown us that the strongest force in the universe is not conquest, but understanding." Alex looked at Zara, seeing in her alien features a reflection of his own humanity. "We've only just begun," he said, squeezing her hand. "There are wonders out there beyond imagining, and challenges that will test us in ways we can't fathom. But together, human, luminarian, and all the peoples of the cosmos, there's nothing we can't achieve." As the Starship Horizon prepared for its journey home, its crew forever changed by their cosmic adventure, Alex and Zara stood at the viewport once more. Earth was a blue jewel in the distance, but it no longer seemed small. It was a beacon of hope, a cradle of potential ready to take its place among the stars. "What now?" Zara asked, her luminescence a soft, questioning pulse. Alex smiled, feeling the weight of cosmic wisdom and the thrill of endless possibilities. "Now we explore, we learn, we grow, together." And as the horizon leaped into the star-studded void, humanity's next great adventure was just beginning. Quantum entanglement. The Starship Horizon streaked through the cosmos, its hull shimmering with an iridescent coating, a gift from the luminarians that made the vessel nearly invisible to Vokthu sensors. Inside, the air hummed with anticipation as Earth's first deep space explorers, now joined by their alien allies, prepared for a mission that would reshape the galaxy. Dr. Alex Chen stood in the newly constructed quantum core, marveling at the swirling vortex of energy contained within a crystalline sphere. Beside him, Zara's bioluminescent skin pulsed in harmony with the core's fluctuations. "It's beautiful," Alex breathed, reaching out to touch the sphere's surface. A jolt of energy coursed through him, and for a moment he saw glimpses of distant worlds, alternate realities, the very fabric of space-time itself. Zara placed her hand over his, their fingers intertwining. The connection between them, forged in the cosmic confluence, deepened. "Beautiful, yes," she agreed, her melodic voice tinged with excitement, "but also dangerous. The power to reshape reality itself." Captain Sarah Martinez entered, her usual stoic demeanor softened by a sense of wonder. "Are we ready for the jump, Doctor?" Alex nodded, his mind still reeling from the implications of what they were about to attempt. "As ready as we'll ever be, Captain. But I have to warn you again. This goes beyond anything humanity has ever attempted. We're not just traveling through space, we're piercing the veil between dimensions." Sarah's jaw set with determination. "Noted, Doctor. But the intel from the Luminarian resistance is clear. If we don't stop the Vokthu from activating their entropy engine, entire galaxies will be wiped from existence." As the crew took their positions, Alex and Zara placed their hands on the quantum core's control panel. Their unique bond, a fusion of human intuition and luminarian cosmic awareness, was the key to navigating the treacherous realms beyond normal space. Initiating quantum jump in 3, 2, 1. Alex's voice rang out. The universe seemed to hold its breath. Then, with a silent explosion of light and color, the horizon plunged into the unknown. Reality fractured around them. Crew members gasped as they saw multiple versions of themselves, timelines splitting and converging in dizzying patterns. Strange, ethereal beings drifted past the viewports, regarding the ship with ancient, unknowable intelligence. Through it all, Alex and Zara stood as anchors, their merged consciousness guiding the ship through the chaos of quantum foam and probability waves. Their minds touched alien vistas and civilizations long dead, gathering knowledge that would take lifetimes to fully comprehend. Suddenly, alarms blared. Gravitational anomaly detected. Lieutenant Patel shouted, his fingers flying over holographic displays. It's like nothing we've ever seen. Before them loomed a cosmic monstrosity, a swirling vortex of dark energy, devouring light and matter alike. At its heart pulsed the Vokfu entropy engine, a construct of impossible geometry that seemed to defy the laws of physics. By the stars, Zara whispered, her luminescence dimming in fear. They've already begun. As the horizon approached, reality itself began to warp and tear. Crew members cried out as their bodies stretched and distorted, the ship's hull groaning under forces it was never designed to withstand. We have to shut it down. Sarah yelled over the cacophony of twisting metal and fracturing space. Dr. Zara, can you get us closer? Alex gritted his teeth, feeling as if his very atoms were being pulled apart. We'll try, Captain, but I don't know if the ship, or we, can survive much longer in this environment. Zara's eyes met his, filled with a mixture of fear and determination. Together, Alex, she said softly. As one. Their hands clasped tighter on the quantum core's controls. In that moment, something extraordinary happened. The boundary between human and luminarian, between flesh and energy, began to blur. Alex and Zara's forms shimmered, merging into a being of pure light and cosmic awareness. The merged entity that was Alex Zara reached out, not with physical hands, but with tendrils of pure consciousness. They touched the heart of the entropy engine, feeling the twisted logic and pain that drove its creation. In that touch, they understood. The Vokfu, for all their conquest and cruelty, were driven by a primal fear, the fear of a universe that seemed cold and uncaring, the terror of cosmic insignificance. The entropy engine was their misguided attempt to reshape reality itself, to assert control over the uncontrollable. With this understanding came compassion. Alex Zara sent waves of empathy and connection rippling through the quantum foam, touching the minds of every Vokfu linked to the engine. In an instant, the hive mind that had driven the Vokfu to near madness was transformed. They saw themselves not as isolated conquerors, but as part of the vast, interconnected tapestry of the cosmos. The entropy engine stuttered, its reality-warping energies faltering as the will behind it crumbled. But the damage had been done. The fabric of space-time groaned, threatening to tear itself apart. In a final, desperate act, Alex Zara plunged into the heart of the vortex. They became a conduit, channeling the destructive energies of the entropy engine through their merged form and back into the quantum core. The horizon shuddered as it was bathed in blinding light. Crew members shielded their eyes, certain that their end had come. But when the light faded, they found themselves drifting in calm, familiar space. The entropy engine was gone, and with it, the threat of cosmic annihilation. Where Alex and Zara had stood, a swirling nebula of energy pulsed gently. Slowly, it separated, coalescing into two distinct forms, one human, one luminarian. Alex and Zara collapsed to the floor, their bodies smoking slightly but very much alive. As the medical team rushed to their aid, Alex's eyes fluttered open, meeting Zara's luminescent gaze. No words were needed. Their shared experience had bonded them in ways beyond language. In the days that followed, as the horizon limped back to Earth with its incredible tale, the consequences of their actions rippled across the galaxy. The Vukthu, their hive mind shattered but their understanding expanded, sued for peace. Ancient races, long hidden, emerged to welcome humanity to the cosmic stage. And through it all, Alex and Zara stood as living symbols of what was possible when boundaries were crossed, when understanding trumped fear. They had glimpsed the infinite and returned, forever changed, but still deeply, fundamentally themselves. As Earth grew larger in the viewscreen, Alex took Zara's hand. "What do we do now?" he asked softly. "After everything we've seen, everything we've become, how do we go back?" Zara's skin pulsed with warm light. "We don't go back," she said, her voice filled with the wisdom of 1,000 stars. "We go forward, together, and we show both our peoples that the greatest frontier isn't out there in the cosmos, it's in here." She placed her free hand over her heart. "In understanding, in connection, in love." Alex nodded, feeling the weight and the wonder of the journey ahead. As the horizon prepared to re-enter Earth's atmosphere, he knew that this was not an end, but a beginning. Humanity's next great adventure was just starting, and he and Zara would face it as they had faced the heart of the cosmos itself, hand in hand, two beings bridging the gap between worlds, showing the universe that in diversity there is strength, and in understanding there is limitless potential. The stars beckoned, and this time, Earth would answer not alone, but as part of a grand cosmic symphony. Cosmic Renaissance, the return of the Starship Horizon to Earth, marked the dawn of a new era for humanity. As the vessel descended through the atmosphere, its hull gleaming with alien technology, the world below held its collective breath. News of first contact, intergalactic war, and cosmic wonders had preceded them, but nothing could have prepared Earth for the reality of what was to come. Dr. Alex Chen and Zara stood on the bridge, their hands clasped as they watched their blue marble grow larger in the viewscreen. Their bodies still hummed with residual energy from their quantum merger, an experience that had fundamentally altered their perception of reality. "Are you ready?" Alex asked softly, sensing Zara's apprehension. Her bioluminescence pulsed with a mix of excitement and nervousness. "Your world is so vibrant," she said, "so full of life and potential, but also fear of the unknown." As the horizon touched down on a specially constructed landing pad, crowds erupted in a cacophony of cheers and gasps. The sight of Zara and the other alien delegates emerging alongside the human crew was a moment that would be etched into history forever. What followed was a whirlwind of diplomatic meetings, scientific conferences, and public appearances. Alex and Zara found themselves at the center of it all, their unique bond making them the perfect ambassadors between worlds. But not everyone welcomed the cosmic changes sweeping across Earth. A vocal minority, driven by fear and misunderstanding, protested against alien influence. Conspiracy theories spread like wildfire across the internet, claiming that humanity was being secretly conquered or genetically altered. It was during one such protest, as Alex and Zara were addressing a United Nations summit, that disaster struck. A group of extremists, armed with stolen alien technology, attacked the conference center. In the chaos that ensued, Alex was gravely wounded protecting Zara from a blast of energy. As he lay bleeding in her arms, the world watching in horror, Zara made a decision that would once again reshape the course of human history. Drawing upon the cosmic knowledge they had gained, she initiated a healing process that was part science, part metaphysical wonder. Billions watched, transfixed, as Zara's bioluminescence enveloped Alex's body. For a moment, they seemed to merge once again, their forms becoming a swirling vortex of light and energy. When it faded, Alex gasped, sitting up fully healed, but changed. His eyes now held the same luminescent quality as Zara's, his skin occasionally shimmering with faint patterns of light. The event, quickly dubbed the luminous resurrection by the media, became a turning point. Those who had feared alien influence now saw the potential for a new kind of human evolution. Scientists clamored to understand the process, while philosophers and religious leaders debated its implications for the nature of consciousness and the soul. In the months that followed, Alex and Zara spearheaded a global initiative they called the Cosmic Renaissance. Drawing upon the combined knowledge of human and alien cultures, they began to tackle Earth's greatest challenges. Bioluminescent plants, engineered with luminarian techniques, were introduced to urban environments, providing sustainable light sources and purifying the air. Quantum communication networks, inspired by Voxu technology, but tempered with human ingenuity, revolutionized global connectivity. Perhaps most importantly, they established the first harmony centers, places where humans could safely experience controlled versions of the cosmic merger Alex and Zara had undergone. These experiences fostered a sense of universal empathy and interconnectedness, breaking down barriers of race, nationality, and ideology. But as Earth flourished, a new threat loomed on the cosmic horizon. Strange gravitational anomalies began to appear throughout the solar system, defying all known laws of physics. Zara recognized them as harbingers of something ancient and terrifying: the void dancers, entities that existed beyond conventional spacetime, drawn to civilizations on the brink of cosmic ascension. As panic began to spread, Alex and Zara knew that humanity's next great test was approaching. They would need to unite not just Earth, but the entire galactic community to face this threat from beyond the stars. In a globally broadcast address, Alex stood before the world, his eyes shimmering with otherworldly light. Zara stood beside him, their hands intertwined, a living symbol of cosmic harmony. "People of Earth," Alex began, his voice resonating with newfound power, "we stand at a crossroads of cosmic destiny. The challenges ahead may seem insurmountable, but we do not face them alone. We are part of a grand celestial tapestry, and together with our allies across the stars, we will meet this threat with courage, wisdom, and the indomitable spirit that has always defined humanity." Zara's voice joined his, creating a harmonic resonance that touched something deep within every listener. The void dancers seek to unmake creation, to return all to primordial chaos. But we, humans, luminarians, Voxu, and all sentient beings, are the universe experiencing itself. We are the light that pushes back the darkness. As they spoke, harmony centers across the globe lit up with unprecedented energy. Millions of humans, connected in a web of shared consciousness, felt the truth of their words. A wave of purpose and unity swept across the planet. In orbit, the horizon's quantum core pulsed in sync with this global awakening. Satellites recorded a phenomenon never before seen. Earth itself began to emit a faint, pulsing glow, visible from space. The broadcast ended with Alex and Zara raising their joined hands, their bodies shimmering with cosmic energy. "We are stardust given consciousness," they said in unison, their voices echoing across the planet and into the depths of space. "And we choose to shine." As the signal faded, a new chapter in human history began. Earth was no longer just a pale blue dot in the cosmic ocean. It was a beacon of hope, a shining example of what was possible when fear was replaced with understanding, when divisions were overcome by unity. The void dancers were coming, but humanity, led by two beings who bridged the gap between worlds, was ready to take its place among the cosmic guardians of creation. The greatest adventure in human history was about to begin, and its outcome would determine the fate of not just Earth, but the very fabric of reality itself. Harmonic convergence. The sky above Earth rippled like a cosmic tapestry, reality itself straining under the approach of the void dancers. Humanity, once divided by trivial differences, now stood united in the face of an existential threat that defied comprehension. At the heart of this global metamorphosis stood Alex and Zara, their beings pulsing with the combined energy of two worlds. They had become living bridges between humanity and the cosmos, symbols of a future where the boundaries between species blurred into harmonious unity. "It's time," Alex said, his voice resonating with newfound power. Zara nodded, her bioluminescence synchronizing with the beating of his heart. Together, they stepped onto the platform of the cosmic nexus, a massive structure that towered above the New Geneva spaceport. This marvel of human and alien engineering was Earth's ultimate defense and its greatest hope. As billions watched through the quantum mesh, a globe-spanning network that allowed for instantaneous communication and shared experiences, Alex and Zara began the harmonic convergence protocol. Their bodies began to shimmer, the line between flesh and energy blurring. The nexus hummed to life, its crystalline spires reaching towards the heavens. Across the planet, harmony centers lit up like beacons, channeling the collective consciousness of humanity into a singular purpose. In orbit, the upgraded Starship Horizon, now joined by a fleet of vessels from a dozen alien races, took up defensive positions. Captain Sarah Martinez stood on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the swirling vortex that heralded the Void Dancer's arrival. "All ships, stand by," she commanded, her voice steady despite the weight of trillion lives resting on their shoulders. "Remember your training. We are the first line of defense. We hold until the convergence is complete." As the first tendrils of void energy lashed out against Earth's newly established quantum shield, Alex and Zara delved deep into the heart of the cosmic nexus. Their merged consciousness expanded, touching the minds of every human on the planet. In that moment of supreme connection, humanity experienced a collective awakening. Every person, from the bustling megalopolises to the most remote villages, felt the cosmic truth that Alex and Zara had discovered, that all life, all matter, all of reality itself was interconnected in a grand cosmic dance. Through this shared enlightenment, humans began to tap into abilities long dormant. Children levitated toys with newfound telekinetic powers. The sick and injured found themselves healed by the focused thoughts of their loved ones. Across the globe, acts of spontaneous creation and reality manipulation erupted as humanity took its first tentative steps towards becoming a truly cosmic civilization. But the Void Dancers pressed their attack, their otherworldly forms seeping through cracks in spacetime. Captain Martinez watched in horror as ship after ship fell to the entropic forces unleashed by these entities of uncreation. "We can't hold them much longer," she shouted into the quantum comm. "Alex, Zara, whatever you're going to do it now." Deep within the nexus, Alex and Zara heard the captain's plea. Their merged form, a being of pure light and cosmic awareness, pulsed with determination. "It's not enough," Alex's voice echoed in their shared mind space. "We need more. We need—" "Everyone," Zara finished, understanding dawning between them. In a burst of inspiration, they reached out through the quantum mesh, touching the mind of every human on Earth. Their message resonated in the hearts of billions. "People of Earth, hear us. The Void Dancers seek to unmake all of creation, to return the universe to primordial chaos. But we are the universe made conscious, the light that pushes back the darkness. Join with us now. Lend us your thoughts, your hopes, your very essence. Together, we can weave a new cosmic song, a harmony so powerful it will drive back the forces of entropy." Across the planet, humanity responded. Children and elders, scholars and laborers, every race and creed, all closed their eyes and opened their minds. The harmony centers blazed with unprecedented energy as billions of souls joined in a singular purpose. In orbit, the embattled fleet watched in awe as Earth itself began to glow. A shimmering field of energy expanded from the planet, pushing back the encroaching void. At the nexus, Alex and Zara's merged form grew, encompassing the entire structure. They became a beacon of pure creation energy, a manifestation of life and consciousness so potent that it seared the very fabric of spacetime. The Void Dancers recoiled, their entropic forms unable to withstand this outpouring of creative force. Reality itself seemed to heal in the wake of this cosmic harmony, cracks in the universe sealing shut. With a final, reality-shaking pulse, the merged Alex-Zara entity released a wave of energy that rippled across the galaxy. The Void Dancers, those ancient entities of uncreation, were not destroyed, for they were as much a part of the cosmic balance as creation itself. But they were fundamentally changed, their purpose altered by this encounter with a united, awakened humanity. As the light faded and the cosmic song quieted, Alex and Zara found themselves once again in physical form, cradled in each other's arms atop the Nexus. Around the world, humans opened their eyes, forever changed by the experience of cosmic unity. In the days that followed, Earth entered a new era of enlightenment and purpose. The awakened potential within humanity led to advancements that bordered on the miraculous. Diseases were cured through the power of collective thought. Environmental damage was reversed as humans learned to manipulate matter and energy at a fundamental level. But perhaps the greatest change was philosophical. Having touched the cosmic consciousness, humanity could no longer see itself as separate from the universe. The petty divisions of the past fell away, replaced by a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. As Alex and Zara stood atop the Nexus, watching the first light of a new dawn break over this reborn Earth, they knew that the greatest adventure was just beginning. Humanity, now awakened to its true potential, was ready to take its place among the cosmic guardians of creation. "What now?" Alex asked, his eyes shimmering with starlight. Zara smiled, her bioluminescence pulsing in harmony with the rising sun. "Now, my love, we explore. The universe is vast, and we have only just learned to truly see it." Hand in hand, human and alien, they turned their gaze to the stars. The cosmos beckoned, full of wonders and challenges beyond imagining. And humanity, led by two beings who had bridged the gap between worlds, was ready to answer that call. As the first ships of the new Earth exploration fleet prepared to launch, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of a unified planet, one thing was certain: the greatest chapter in human history was about to be written, not just in the annals of Earth, but in the very stars themselves.